It's gonna be okay. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm back in here, man. I had a nice long weekend. You know, on the weekends it really be like family time unless family don't come over. But 9 times out of 10, family does show up on the weekend. That's why I really don't be having time to really do like some lives. We trying to get my family into it. They not really into the live stuff and stuff like that. So I try to respect their wishes. But yeah, we back at it. We is back at it. I'm about to try to get this finish listening to this Soto. See what's going on with that. I hope everybody is doing well. I see one person in here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't have no special guests or anything that I'm waiting for, so we're gonna go ahead and just start it up right now. Let's get it. You already know. Let me see what else. I'm gonna leave everything like that. Yeah, I'll probably leave everything like that. Let's get in here. Get in here.
What is like your kind of day to day with her?
I would have said a normal relationship. I asked, she would tell me. She was. I didn't think she was hiding anything from me. I didn't think she was lying to me about anything, but obviously she had secrets.
I mean, the hindsight. I mean, all the stuff you found out over the past couple of days. We're like taking that out of the picture. Your relationship with her,
Okay.
like not
I would
not, not
say.
looking back saying, okay, I was being lied to. Like up until you found out some
All right, what is this? Ed.
things that you've been told. You guys had an open communication relationship. You
Yeah.
talk about
Everything.
life.
Yeah. If
What?
anything, she was a little bit more open with Stefan because she told him about a boy she had a crush on,
Okay.
and that his name was.
Would you be interested in collecting five-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time from home? I'm on a
I
mission to
ain't even
recover
gonna
10.
lie. I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of the stuff that she's saying is cap.
And
I don't believe her daughter talked to him about no another little boyfriend that she is basically got a crush on. Especially not if he basically sexual molested her. Oh, ugh, shucks. If he essaying her, my bad. If he essaying her, and he got all of these explicit photos on his phone of this young girl that's only 13 years old, why would she feel comfortable with talking to him about a boy that she got a crush on? This lady is lying. Already. We ain't even 5 minutes into the whole thing. She's just lying. I don't believe that girl is that. I don't listen. I don't think that was the truth.
she described him, and Stefan's like, "Are you aware that she has a crush on a boy?" I said, "No." He's like, "Yeah." She told me his name, that he's tall and that she likes his fluffy hair.
When was this? Remember when this conversation happened?
Within the last week, sometime, but I'm not
Oh,
sure
okay.
what. Like within, so we saw. So within a week of that Sunday, I'm not sure if if she had told him via phone chat. It must have been via phone, like phone convert, like we don't FaceTime, we Google Meet.
The Android
The
version of
Android version
FaceTime.
of
Yeah.
FaceTime, yeah. So we would Google Meet often. Sometimes when we get home from school, just and just talk all day. Or sometimes not even talk all day. We would just bullshit. I would be doing my own thing. We were just keeping each other company on the phone. Um, and I think in one of those conversations, she told him that she had had a crush on a boy. But I checked those text messages with that boy, and nothing seemed to be in either. So.
But how did he? I mean, it could be new. I mean, she sees a guy at school. She thinks it's attractive. He shows her attention. I mean, she's young. How did he take it? Was he like? And I want you to think back before you know things you know now. Like, did he seem concerned about her? Did he seem excited for her? Like she's starting to, be a kid and have crushes and everything else. Like,
he seemed happy for her.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, did you hear this? This is super cute. And I was like, oh. I hadn't. She hadn't told me. And I wondered, I'm like, why didn't she tell me? Why did she tell him and not me? And like, I want to know who she got a crush on. But maybe it's because I told her she had a rule. She wasn't allowed to date for a few years. Until like, I think I had said 16 or something like that. But I didn't want her dating.
So then your relationship with her was open. Obviously, she's a child. She's not going to share everything.
Yeah.
With him, it seems like she has a very open relationship with him. They talk, they hang out. So it'd be okay with you if they went out and did things together outside, if you were at work or something? So the living situation.
Dang, I didn't hear. He was basically asking her, is it okay for her boyfriend to take her daughter out while she at work? Like they out on a date, or mother or son, father and daughter, or however, because we already know that he didn't look at her like his daughter. He looked at her like she was his girl, and she allowed it. But that's basically what the police was asking her, like, how do you feel about that? But they muted it, so we couldn't hear what the answer was. Damn it.
I'll be honest, seems weird. It's weird to me. She's got a bedroom downstairs. What's kind of the mindset or the thought process, the communication you've had with Stefan about, she's not going to sleep in her bed, but you guys are going to go sleep in the guest bedroom?
So, originally, the plan was that all three of us were going to sleep in my bed together.
Wow.
And I'm not just saying Sunday, I mean like...
Fuck that.
Oh, okay.
In the past, too.
So, I had a rule. She wasn't allowed to sleep in his bedroom at all. Like, no sleepovers, no nothing. For a very long time. For years.
Since we're pausing,
yeah.
What brought that on? Was that like a request of his? Like, can we sleep in the same bed? Request of hers? Or you just saying...
Me being super paranoid, not to trust anyone.
That's a lie.
For the longest...
How is she gonna say she was super paranoid? That's some bullshit. Y'all, you allowed this stuff to go on. How is you super paranoid? If anything, you go sleep with your daughter and let that man sleep by himself. You don't invite your daughter in no bed with you and your man. Who does this? At 13, she's not 2, she's not 1, she's not a baby. She's 13. Meaning, she got a little puberty going on, on the little picture. She had like little breasts and stuff like that. And she already admitted to the girl getting her period and all of that stuff. Why would you, do that? That doesn't make a lot of sense as a mother. Like, what is wrong with this lady? Do she fully understand what's going on? She might got some mental issues, though.
Like, even though he treated her well, I still looked at him on, like side-eye, like making sure, like, is that normal? Is this, okay, that looks normal, okay. I wanted to make sure that nothing was happening and that I was missing something, but...
You look at her side-eye.
But,
look at his side-eye.
he never requested. I'm sorry. Repeat the question then.
So I guess when you said like you had a rule, like obviously we know now they've slept in the same bedroom together and everything else. I'm sure you're questioning a lot of things that like you haven't been told or that are going on.
She
The
lying.
thought process of them sleeping in the same
He wanted
bedroom
to
caused you
sleep
to
with
say
that
you had a
girl
rule for
and
the
her.
longest time where they couldn't.
Yeah.
I have a son. He's a lot younger than her. He's 4. But I guess if I was dating somebody or had somebody over, I would never establish, and this is just me, a rule. He can't sleep in the bed with her, or she's not going to be. It wouldn't even be a thought process for me. So that's why I ask, because I wouldn't think of it even as an option.
Yeah.
So when you say you had a rule, I guess I'm asking what prompted the rule.
Sleepovers before. Yeah. Like, you want to watch movies and eat snacks? Can we do that? I'm like, no. We can all watch movies down here together. We can all sleep down here together. Up until June.
$72 a month.
That's it.
But that's crazy.
How much are you paying for your auto
She
insurance?
allowed that shit.
I would say like $150 a month.
She allowed it. And it's just sad what had to happen. But she allowed this to happen. You allowed your child to sleep with this man. Working or not, this is just absurd. Like, certain stuff you just don't do as a parent. She need to be held
So we
accountable.
were always. She would sleep in the middle. I would sleep on this side. He would sleep on the other side.
What?
It wasn't until June that he got his own bedroom.
She would sleep in the middle. And he would sleep on this side and you would sleep on the other side. Why? Why not you sleep in the middle? If it have to be a arrangement like that. It ain't like you had a little house where as though you didn't have enough bedrooms. You had many bedrooms. I think it was like 4 in there. She only occupied 2, her and her daughter, and she had 2 roommates that had their own rooms. I'm not even understanding. Oh, and it was a guest room, so that's like 5 rooms. Allegedly.
And I sent him upstairs. That's where the requests for sleepover started. And I kept telling her no. I'm not comfortable with that. But eventually, at some point, like we really want to watch. I forgot what movie it was. They really wanted to watch something, and I was really tired. And I said, okay, fine. Go ahead, but this can't happen often. And yeah, I allowed her to go upstairs and sleep with him. But honestly, I think I can count on one hand how many times that's happened, and it hasn't been many times that I've allowed her to have a slumber party with him, to be alone in a bed with him. I'm usually around all the time. Up until 2 weeks ago, I was pretty much at home all the time living on disability. If I wasn't at home, just, I was substitute teaching, but I was substitute teaching primarily at her school or at the school close by, but I'd make sure I'd get out around the same time, and I'd get out in time to pick her up and take her. So she was with me pretty much all the time if she wasn't at school. So yeah, after...
When he's not there, where does she sleep?
With me.
She never sleeps in her room?
No, always with me.
Quickly, do you know, and you may hate the question, but do you have any idea? We currently have upwards, probably 200 people working on fire. Right, the Orange County Sheriff's Office is involved, the Kissimmee Police Department's involved, St. Cloud Police Department, Osceola County Sheriff's Office, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FBI. Yes, under suspicious circumstances. So anybody who is somebody is involved.
Yeah.
So regardless of the circumstances, those people don't get to go home. Those people don't get to go back to their families. Those people don't get to live their lives and go back to their primary jobs. I know the sheriff has probably expressed to you that's his #1 priority. I'm sure the Kissimmee Police Department's expressed that to you, our detectives. This isn't something that's going to stop or go away.
Yeah.
Right? Anybody who knows something, anybody who may know something, will be brought into a room, will be talked to, whether they're guilty, whether they're innocent. Because our #1 priority, our jobs have kind of stopped on any other things we have going on until it's fine, because that's the most important thing anybody has going on right now. But with that, a lot of people are going to feel that whatever happened, I can tell you, and I know detectives expressed to you that the thought process at this point is this is a homicide investigation.
Yeah.
Based on the evidence I've seen, based on the videos I've seen, I do believe. With that being said, and the reason I tell you that, not to be an asshole, is because the thought process with us leads it in a different investigation, in a different way. Meaning, whatever has already happened, right? We cannot change what happened most likely on Monday. We cannot change the fact that I believe Stephen killed her, right? All we can do now is find her as quickly as possible. On the 2% chance we're wrong and that she is alive, that's phenomenal, right? That's the best thing that could happen.
Hey, calm down. So mind you, Kobe, yeah. So mind you, at this point, they still come here. At this point, they still haven't found the young lady. They still haven't found Melanie. So they still looking for her, but look at her posture. Look how she crying because she knows she fucked up. At this point, she knows she done fucked up. You know you allowed this man to do these things to your child, and you can't bring her back at this point. And there's nothing that nobody can do about it. And like he said, it's what happened is what happened. But yeah, she just she knows she fucked up really bad, and it's gonna hurt her to her heart, regardless if she allowed it. She's still a mother, and she's still gonna feel this pain to the day she die.
On the chance that we are 100% correct and she has passed away, finding her now versus later will bring closure to your family, will bring closer to everybody, regardless of how it happened or why it happened. Meaning, if you have an inclination, if you know where she's at, if his father knows, that doesn't mean those people get held accountable for what he did. It doesn't mean those people get held accountable for knowing what he did. It means we close out the investigation. You know what I mean? So a lot of times we go into rooms like this and we ask people questions. We say, hey, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? And there's this fear of what happened already happened. I can't change that. So I'm not going to insert myself with knowledge because it's going to make me look bad. Regardless, at this point, I murdered her, right? He victimized her. He ruined her entire life from childhood until now. I think that there's probably some sense of guilt. And my fear is that sense of guilt is causing you to not want to assist in the location of her, not because you're a bad person, but because there's that sense of guilt that what was happening under your roof, and now, by her being found, brings that all to your plate, and it doesn't.
Oh no. If I knew anything, I would so tell you. I want to.
Do you know the US Solar Company's nasty little secret? It turns out if you live in Maryland, they have to give you solar.
Even if she's dead, because You guys tell me your suspicions, but I'm not gonna believe it until I have her body.
So there are things, and the reason I say these things, and again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but the reason I say these things is there's been a lot of things you've said, and a lot of things I've kind of researched between the Fox 35 story, between your initial statement to the police. A lot of things have changed. The initial statement to the police was you watched her get dressed, you watched her leave, you knew exactly what she was wearing.
Can I tell you
Absolutely.
my thought process on
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
or where I came from with that? I was handed this form, and I'm like, where do I start? What do I write? And somebody said, tell them what you saw. And so I started with I saw, and then I wrote out what I wrote out. But it wasn't until later I was like, wait, I didn't see her. I assumed that I saw her. I assumed that I heard her, but I didn't. In reality, I didn't see her. I only saw him, and I.
Yeah. Make that make sense. How you going to assume you seen somebody either you seen them or you didn't? See, you was lying for him. He told you to write that and say that. Tell the truth. Don't say somebody told me to write this and that's what I wrote. And then you realize you didn't and you assumed that you seen her. You know you didn't see her. At the end of the day, you lied for him from the whole beginning. It was all made up. It was all fugazi. This was a persona that you was trying to hide this man. Um, she know what he did, I believe. She probably didn't know to the certain whole extent. He probably came and was like, yo, I dropped her off and this, that, and the third, and blase, blase, boom. So she probably was like, okay, yeah, you dropped her off. But she never seen her daughter physically leave. And she lied about all of that. This is your child. Say what you seen. Don't say what somebody else said that you seen and make it seem like you seen that and write that down on the paper and you know that you didn't see that. Now you talking about you assume that you seen her. Get the fuck out of here.
I heard something in the kitchen, but I don't know who that was.
Which we've talked about today. But I guess there's other concerns. Right? You were nervous. The police have showed you their hand. They said, Stefan, we want your phone. Stefan, we want to talk to you. We're going to lock down your residence. You can't go back inside. Me? I don't care if it's the love of my life sitting next to me. I don't care if it's maternal grandma. If the police come and take my mom's phone and my son's disappearance, I'm not going to offer my mom a lawyer. That's nuts to me. That to me shows you prioritizing Steph. Because at that point you became more worried about him being falsely accused than any. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Whether or not that's what you felt, does that make sense? People having lawyers is their constitutional right. That is a thing that everybody is afforded. But for somebody who's going through what you are going through, to offer him a lawyer leads me to believe that there may have been a conversation, there may have been knowledge, or there may have been some inclination that you had, whether it be his involvement, her location, or something to where in your mind there's guilt.
I promise you,
Because you offering him a lawyer is very weird.
I know. That was still me under the assumption that I think at one point you guys interviewed me, and when you guys showed me the picture of her, I believed the sexual stuff, but I didn't want to believe that he had done anything equal to her. I'm like, no, what if he did this stuff fine, but what if she's still missing out there? What if
Hold up. You gonna believe the sexual stuff because you already know that they was having sex all fucking ready. So yeah, you gonna believe that, but you didn't want to believe that he basically unalived her. That's basically what she's saying. But she gonna believe the sexual stuff And then you already said you was side-eyeing her when you should have been side-eyeing him. First of all, you should have put that nigga out. He shouldn't even had the chance to be even in the bed. I don't give a fuck what was going on. He shouldn't even been around your daughter like that to feel like he had control. Because that's basically when predators attack, it's all about the control. He controlled the mom and then he controlled the daughter. But again, for some reason, I think that the young lady probably felt as though or took a pregnancy test, and I think she found out that she probably was pregnant by this old man, and he unalived her. That's just how I feel. That's my opinion. But at the end of the day, you're gonna believe that he sexual did something to her because you know that he did. And for real, you probably was pimping your daughter out. Because you seem like you cool with that. Hey. But you not cool with him unaliving her. Which is understandable.
Somebody took her. I still wanted to believe in his.
This is the vampire Louis Dulac. All you cowards out there talking about taking a run at me? Hear this now.
I believed him. I believed his whole story. I was just like, I kept repeating that. I was just like, what if she did get dropped off? What if she got abducted? What if she's missing? But that was me assuming that you guys had the wrong guy. I wanted to think he was a good guy still, but clearly he's not. After everything you guys have told me and have shown me, I know he's the worst person on this face of the earth.
You know that now. We know he's a piece of shit now.
You know.
But you didn't know that then.
I didn't.
Then you offered a guy who the police suspected of kidnapping, abducting, assisting the disappearance. Offered him a lawyer. And then we don't have to roundtable that. You went back to what you just said is the sex stuff is fine.
It's not fine.
Hold on. I know every relationship is different, and I know everybody's family is different. I won't ask, but going back on, has he expressed interest in? I'll use the word weird.
See, he said it himself. You basically said that the sex stuff was fine. Out your own mouth. We all heard it. Man.
I'm not going to shame anybody for what they like. Different sexual pleasures, different sexual experiences, different kinks that involve things you weren't comfortable with.
The only thing he's ever expressed to me was like anal.
Okay.
He had an anal kink and like butts.
Okay.
But that was something I was never comfortable with or doing.
Oh, he wanted to put it in her booty.
Something.
You guys slept in the same bed together. Stephen was a big portion of your life at one point. Stefan was a big portion of your life at one point. And this is not me coming at you as a person or a bad person, because shit happens in the past, and the past is the past. We can't change the past. Has he ever expressed to you? Never. Has he ever made statements about made you feel different?
No.
Okay. When you guys slept in the same bed together, in the middle, did you ever wake up and find them cuddling? Did you ever wake up and find them closer than you thought they should be?
They would snuggle, yeah.
Okay.
But we all snuggle. I didn't think that was abnormal.
So if you guys are sleeping in the same bed and she's in the center, you've woken up and they're snuggling, they're under the same blanket, they're not under the same blanket?
No.
But just like...
She's got her own blanket, she's got her
spooning
own...
for what? What is snuggling to you? Because to me, snuggling, spooning. Big spoon, little spoon.
He would lay down like this and she would be right here in the nook.
Okay. How do you guys sleep? You guys sleep clothed, unclothed? I sleep clothed.
Yeah.
Shirt, pants, pajama sets?
Yes.
Everybody?
I sleep in like my everyday clothes.
Okay.
On pajamas or baggy t-shirts and shorts.
Okay.
And Stefan would sleep with his t-shirt or boxers, sometimes with his pants on,
He
but he
would
didn't have to
sleep
shower.
naked.
Okay, so they would snuggle, sometimes him being in his boxers. You would wake up and she'd be in the nook of his arm, or essentially in a cuddling position. And you never found that weird.
Now, who let their child do this? He in his boxes. He's snuggling up with her daughter, 13 years old, and you find that that's okay. And then he might be naked sometimes. What the fuck is really going on, yo? Something ain't right. You allowed this shit to go on in your fucking house? No wonder why you was looking at your daughter side eye, because you like was jealous. You was jealous. She was getting more of Steven's attention than you. So when the fuck she probably got missing, you really was like, okay, I'm looking, but I'm not looking. Like, you ain't really cared. Where is her father? Where is Melanie father? At the end of the day, this lady should go to jail too. If she don't go to jail, I wish her daughter haunt her, just haunt her for the rest of her life, because you know that was wrong. I don't even know how she can sleep at night. Probably can't. This is ridiculous.
Okay. Again.
Hey, bitch, on my look. What's up? That's what I'm saying. Why she not
And I want you
arrested?
to look back on it, because now you know you victimized
Girl,
her
they
for a
be
long time,
snuggling.
right?
He be half
You know,
naked and all that with his boxes on, snuggling with her daughter.
You just got this job.
And you right there.
I know the Kissimmee
Make
Police
that make
Department
sense.
has showed you pictures. I know they've verbally explained to you some pictures. I can tell you that today, they're still downloading his Google Drives. We are still going through his social medias, his cloud-based servers, and everything else. And we can now piece back her victimization in your house under your care to 2020. I believe you've gone as far back as in when she... So when I ask, they've woken up cuddling, did you find things suspicious? Did you have an open... He talked to you, has he made inappropriate statements? It's almost like cheating, right? Like, have you ever been cheated on? Okay. Somebody can only cheat on somebody for so long until they fuck up, or until something comes out, or somebody says something, right? So we go back to 2020, we're looking at a minimum of 3.5 years. 3.5 years where I'm sure you guys are sexually active. You guys... Yes. So for 3.5 years under your care in your house, not only was he being sexually active with you, he had a sexual relationship.
Don't call no God now, call Satan,
I know
bitch.
it sucks to hear, but where I'm coming from is it seems like something...
Sweat cold, baby. What's up? What's up?
Close quarters, you sleep in the same bed. You guys all talk, you guys all share things. You're an observant person for the most part, I assume. Outside of taking medications and going to sleep, it seems very difficult. A lot of grown-ass...
Exactly, fake cries.
With somebody who doesn't live with them,
Yeah.
let alone somebody who does live with them. So at a certain point, I do believe you became aware of what was going on.
No.
And when I say that, it doesn't mean you're in trouble. It doesn't change.
I know, but...
But I do believe that a reasonable person, and I consider you a reasonable person, right? Do you think you're a reasonable person?
Yes.
Would...
Hey, bitch, I'ma look. I don't know why. Wait a minute, I'm about to post this real quick.
Sexual...
I don't know why that she is not arrested, but this guy right here, I think they're gonna find out something, whereas though they're gonna charge her with something, because he was like, if that was my son, my son is 4, and he was like, if I had company and this and the third, my 4-year-old son is not sleeping in no bed with me and whoever, my company or whatever. I don't care. And she just put her head down like, oh my goodness. Like, oh, like what can I say? What can I do? But at the end of the day, they need to find something. They need to lock her up on basically you was what is it called? You put a whole minor in danger, your own child. And SAX. Because she knew and then she already admitted, well, I'm not really pressed about she ain't say it like that, but she basically was like, I ain't really worried about the sexual acts because she already knew that was going on. But she just was worrying about the unaliving part. But if you didn't let none of that go on, you have to put your foot down. This is stupid. This shouldn't even happen. I can't believe the cop haven't arrest her. No excuse for this. Right. That's what I'm saying. And then she's sitting up here admitting to basically essay to her own child. Because she knew about it. She said it. She told him. She knew about it. This is sad. This is really fucking sad. I don't know what he did to her or she thought that, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually it was going to be a clash between her and her daughter. Because at the end of the day, she's still growing. She's 13. You know what I'm saying? God bless her. I hope she's in heaven. She should be. But my whole thing is, as she was growing older, because, 14, 15, you getting older, you probably be still effing with this man and this and the third, and you probably be still letting it go, and you going to get jealous and all of this stuff, and it's going to be a whole bunch of confusion. It's going to be a ball of confusion. She pimped her daughter. I think so.
The videos, the text messages, the images, they're all documented forever. This has been an ongoing thing. And at her age, I think she probably thought they were in a relationship. She probably thought they were in love because he
look at him. Listen to what he's saying.
Attention, right? She just started liking boys, right? She just got a crush. Up until then, her crush.
How would you like to collect 5-figure checks?
Hell yeah, bitch, I'ma look. You already know. If she was black, she'd have been under the jail, turned up, ripped over, all kinds of stuff. They'd have fucking fried her. But no, this little white bitch, fake crying. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. We gonna hold it to your motherfucking neck, bitch. Arrest this POS. She did wrong, yo.
At the same time,
she shouldn't even.
You guys are sleeping in the same bed together. You guys are all cohabitating. She's not sleeping in her room, but you felt the need to establish a rule that they couldn't sleep in the same room. But when you establish that rule, for 3 years, she's already been dating him, essentially. Whether that's legal or not.
I had no idea.
She a damn lie. So if she was 13, did you hear what he said? At that time, she was already sexually involved with him for 3 years. So that means she had to been 10. And this little girl mind, she probably, like he said, thinking that they is in a relationship, and she probably was falling in love with this man. Because she don't know no better. She only 13. She let them snuggle and all of this stuff together. He rubbed up on my baby ass. Bitch, I will kill you. Oh, unalive you. I'm sorry. Shit. What the hell? Are you serious? That's why she needs to go down, yo. I don't care what nobody say. She need to go right along with him. Man, it's a special place in hell for people like her. You let this man, I don't know, I'm going to say if he brainwashed her. I don't know. Maybe she felt like low self esteem. She just, vulnerable. I don't know. But for some kind of reason, she allowed this stuff to happen to her baby. She just turned a teenager.
So I truthfully believe, and this is my belief, I'm not speaking for other detectives, I'm not speaking for the sheriff's office, the state police department, or any other agency I've said. This is Kevin's belief. I believe that you became aware of their sexual relationship. I think at a certain point throughout this relationship, you became aware of it. And for whatever reason, your reasons are your reasons, whether it was discussed that it would stop, whether it was discussed how it would go, that you feel some sense of guilt. A lot of the news statements you've given kind of, again, my opinion only, I don't speak for anybody else, whether it's in this room or out of this room, bother me. It seems like some of your emotion, up until this room, I think some of the emotion in this room is sincere. I think a lot of it's because I'm being an asshole. I'm telling you things you don't want to hear that shouldn't be said out loud. But when you talk to the news, when you talk to deputies, it feels, based on my experience in this job, that it's not sincere. I feel like some of your sadness is not real sadness.
I like him.
I feel like when you gave the interview with Fox 35, it was not sincere. Looking at that video one time, I didn't feel like your cries were sincere. And I'm not saying that because you're a bad person.
Get on.
I feel like sometimes people struggle to show real emotion when they're aware of what the truth is. So it has to be fake. This is demise for the past, let's say, 5 years, right? But her going missing, her disappearance, if you have knowledge of how it happened, where it happened, an inclination, that emotion's not going to feel sincere because you're already aware of what happened.
I would.
It's almost becomes a lie at that point.
If I knew anything, I promise you, I would tell you. Like, I am willing to take a lie detector test, whatever the fuck you want, but I don't know anything. He's never mentioned anything. I've never seen any signs. I tried watching her like a hawk. I thought I was doing a good job, but I wasn't. I was oblivious to this every 4 years.
Minimum. That's just how far back the cloud goes. And I find it hard to believe for me that you were so worried about how many pills she took at night, but not where she slept or what relationship she was. His interest in her.
I thought we were all safe. I thought because.
So, yeah, I see your comments. So, Swecko, basically, what you said, no, she was stunned. She is stunned at 10. She was 13 physically, but she probably was sexual assaulted at 10. Well, SA, sorry. Did they test the child for DNA? Liar, arrest her. So, Swecko, basically, I'm thinking you basically saying in her mindset, because it happened at 10, I'm thinking you basically saying that she probably was like still stuck in that 10-year-old frame of mind and didn't, like absorb what was going on, because this probably was like some PTSD stuff. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, so that's basically what I'm thinking that you basically saying. I can understand that. I think that is true too. You feel what I'm saying? The young lady is basically probably, damn. Well, mm. So even if she would have survived, she would have had a lot of issues with trust and who to deal with and stuff like that. Like, I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Make sure y'all hit the likes.
Trust in that he hadn't shown me anything so far, like everything seems fine. Like he seems like he treated her
like he treats you. In his mind.
It's so fucking disgusting.
Oh, she breaking down. She said he treat her, and he said the officer, he said like she treats you. Look at her. It's hurting to her stomach because yep, he probably treated the baby girl better than he was treating the mother. So either way, it was going to be a problem regardless. She would have had to go regardless at the end of the day, even if the mother did it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna let you be up in here and you near me and da 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 and that's my man and da 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 and boo boo boo. Y'all already know what was gonna happen. Something happened with that young lady, in my opinion, she had a situation going on. I think she was the P word, pregnant. And I think that he didn't want the mother to find out. And he just went on and unalived her and got rid of her because at the end of the day, that would have messed up their relationship. But look at how she breaking down. Because he asked her, was he treating the baby girl, which is Melanie, like he was treating you? Oh! Break it down. She allowed it to happen. Bingo. Yes. She definitely allowed it to happen. I don't think she was good enough. She probably felt that she was good enough, but at any point, you don't offer your child out to no man. I don't care. And if you want my child, you got to go. Bye bye. What is going on with this lady, dude? What is happening? And I ain't even gonna lie. I want to say this is why it happened, but I don't want to say that about this young lady. But that mother, she should be in trouble too. Because this was wrong all the way. I mean, the case is still going on. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we just gonna have to keep on trying to figure out, or if we see it, get the updates and stuff. But she definitely need to get a charge. If it's not some charges, she need to get some charges. Yeah, he in jail. He definitely in jail. Good question. Yeah, he's definitely in jail. But she allowed a lot of this stuff to happen, man, to her own daughter. What kind of mother are you? And you knew this was going on. She probably didn't expect for him to unalive her, but you still allowed the sexual encounters, the SA encounters go on in your face. So yeah, she should be getting in trouble, man. She need to, man. This ain't right in no kind of way.
So now he's in jail because of what we found on his phone, not because somebody came forward and reported that he was abused.
No, I know.
She's not old enough to consent. She's not old enough to have a thought process to even want anything that was happening.
Come on now, tell her.
So he's in jail for that, but something caused what, right? We certainly murder, because we can call it a murder. She didn't die naturally. She didn't overdose. She didn't have a heart attack. We circled murder on Monday.
No, but still, why he didn't ask her the question, why would you allow him to essay your daughter and you knew that this was going on? That's what I would be trying to ask her. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, nobody knew or expected that he was going to unalive her. But why would you allow that part from the beginning? Because if you would have stopped that part or intervened in that part or didn't let it go on, maybe she would have still been alive. Maybe.
Something had to cause that. He's been having unrestricted sexual activity
Oh,
for a long time.
stop.
He's getting what he wants.
Wait a minute. Bitch, though my look said she was jealous of her child. Damn. She might have been. But why would you still let that man, that grown man, just digging your daughter like that? Digging that baby. You know what I'm saying? Was saying like, come on, yo. That's some type of hate. At that point, that ain't even jealousy. That's hate at this point. All right, so I'm interested how the mother grew up. Yeah, that's another thing too. I don't know if they went her background yet, but we probably need to check out her background. I wonder if she was abused when she was a child. Probably. And that's probably what her mother did to her and think that it was okay. And that's probably why she probably think it's okay because I don't know no mother right now that just gonna be like, okay, that's fine that he did that, but I ain't want him to kill my daughter. Like, what the or unalive my child.
From you and who knows whoever else, right? So it's not like he woke up or went to bed Sunday and he was like, you know what? I'm done with this, but I'm gonna kill her. Something happened. People don't just wake up and like, you know what? They leave people, they break up with people, but usually things cause people to snap. Now what? And you know what?
Oh, you said she did it to keep him?
Or
Dang.
I feel like I'm gonna
Fuck that nigga.
or him being out. We can go even worse. She's pregnant.
That's dumb though. I don't know.
That's what questions last night led me to believe when we started talking about her period.
See, listen, here
was
go the
told
period
by my
part.
friend, and granted, I'm male, never had a period, but that somebody found it weird that they were no longer on the same cycle. Could be different because she's a teenage girl. Could be that she missed her period. Have you ever found a pregnancy test at home that wasn't yours?
I have two underneath the bathroom sink, but I haven't seen if they're still there or not.
Okay. But you haven't seen any used ones in the trash?
No.
Their relationship hasn't changed?
No.
Okay. So what do you think happened Sunday? Other than him killing her.
Told y'all.
What do you think made him snap?
I don't know. Theory that
Bitch, you know. You fucking know.
You don't go home until she's found.
No, I know.
So what are your theories?
What I've heard is, what if she upset him and threatened to tell me and say that she was going to tell me and he needed to shut that down.
She lying. That's another reason why she need to go to jail. She know exactly what happened. Like she said, she had 2 pregnancy tests that was in the cabinet. He asked her, did you see anyone used, like any used ones? She said no. So where are the 2 pregnancy tests that you had stashed in the cabinet? And you already admitted to the girl missing the period. And I think that was basically the reason why he unalived the young lady. Because that couldn't have got out. But, you know, and then certain towns and states, they are not doing the abortions no more and stuff like that. So basically, she would have had to have the daggone baby. So what's the next best thing? The mother know exactly what's going on. I don't care what nobody say. She know exactly what's going on.
That's the only thing.
What do you think?
I don't want to believe he killed her.
Girl.
But when you guys were telling me he must have killed her Sunday night and snuck her body out in the morning. That photo you guys showed me of her slept in the car.
You don't want to believe he killed her.
I want to believe she's still alive and that she got kidnapped, but that doesn't seem like that's the
Well, that's
case
not
at
what
all.
happened. Yeah.
I know, my brain just wants to believe something else. I just want to believe she's still alive, she's out there.
Did he tell you he fucked up?
No. He acted so normal that day. He was like, I'm so impressed. We got out of the house so early. Like she made great time. We had so much time to go to McDonald's, but she didn't want to. His story was so fun. Like every detail was so believable. He's just been lying this whole time. Like he's.
What about that day in the car when you offered him a lawyer? Did you disclose anything to you there that made you feel like, oh fuck, he needs a lawyer?
No.
She offered him a lawyer.
He kept like.
I wouldn't have gave that nigga shit. That nigga wouldn't have got shit from me. And that's why she needed to fucking tell the truth. Fuck that nigga. The fuck? You should have been said fuck that nigga. Fuck you mean you gonna get him a lawyer? You dumb. Like, something wrong with this lady, man. Oh my goodness, yo. I can't with her.
Acting like he didn't know what was happening, and I'm like, don't you see forensics? Don't you see they took your phone? Like, something's happening. Like, I think they're gonna pin this on you. And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, they have the wrong guy. Like, they're just honing in on the last person who saw her.
Girl.
No, you guys knew more.
You never said, what did you do?
I've never asked him any of that. I still, even up until when we got here to the police station, I was convinced that he hadn't done anything to her at all.
Because of him or because of not wanting to believe she's deceased?
Because of him. Because I thought he was a good guy.
So up until this morning, you still think that it's not?
No.
You're talking about the other day?
Up until.
When we took him?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot what day of the week that was.
So we're still going through his phone, his drives, like I told you, all his socials. We can date back to 2020. Based on the videos, it appears that was the start of the victimization. Okay, are we going to find anything in his phone?
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it was me. I said that probably means your date has been leaked, and I have all of it. Who leaked?
This is unbelievable.
With you?
No. We've never done anything. We've never done anything.
Has there ever been a request for the two of you to participate in sexual activity with him?
No.
Regardless of you saying no or yes?
No, he's never asked that.
Okay. If we find pictures like that, is that going to surprise you? Like if I'm in his Google Drive, if I have a sex crimes detective, a computer person look at his phone.
Oh shit.
And they tell me, hey Kevin, I found a picture engaged in sexual activity or borderline sexual activity, is that going to surprise you?
Yes, because that doesn't exist.
Okay. At any time during the course of your relationship, has he expressed that he has ever had sex with a child?
No.
She lying.
Not a child, but when he told me when he was in high school, he graduated high school like later, like older than 18.
Okay.
He dated somebody younger than 18. I think she was 15. But I don't know how old he was, 19, 20. But he was an older kid in high school. He graduated late. But he had a really young girl.
Now, if they got some pictures with her doing exploiting sexual acts with her daughter, she need to go to jail. Because why would he ask her that? Would you be surprised?
Girlfriend. Her name was Kendall. And I thought that was weird. I was like, that's a little too young. He goes, no, it's fine. We were in high school. Everything was normal. Her parents left me, blah 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 blah. But that's the only one.
Have you ever gone through his phone?
Who me?
Okay. If you had to, knowing Stefan, knowing where he lives, knowing where he goes, how he conducts his life, give me your top 5. Because I know you haven't thought about it. If you haven't thought about it, that's another weird thing I got. Since Monday, right? We told you on Wednesday that we think he did it.
Yeah.
So from Wednesday till today, it's about 48 hours. Give me your top 5 places you think are possibilities based on knowing him, based on knowing his path of travel. Where do you think? It doesn't have to be based on evidence, just in your gut. Give me your top 5 places where you think he.
In this area?
Doesn't have to be this area.
No, I know.
Anywhere you want.
I'm saying in this area, I have no idea. Orlando, Kissimmee, no idea where he could have taken her. But his trip to Northport is weird as fuck. I feel like in Northport he knows more people. He has more friends. There could be a place and somewhere there he could have stashed her. You guys said he went into a storage unit. That would be another place to look. But
you think they didn't?
There's plenty of woods around his house. Around that exit is kind of secluded. Like
When you say his house, you mean his parents' house?
his parents' house, yeah.
You've been there? Have you seen the property?
Yeah, I've been there before.
Do they have land? Or is it in like a neighborhood?
So it's not a neighborhood because they don't have HOA. You just
Ain't
gotta
she,
find
bitch?
where you
I'm
live.
look, she is real calm.
They don't have many neighbors.
Okay.
Or last I saw, I think there was a neighbor building right next door, but I don't know if they're done yet. I just feel like he had more. There would have been more spots in Northport for her to be dumped. Because from what you guys have told me, he went to St. Cloud, he went to 192. Could you guys tell where he turned on on any of these roads? It's just that he was on the main road?
Doesn't matter.
I didn't think he ever even knew where St. Cloud was because we've never driven down that way ever.
You live in Kissimmee, right?
Yeah, I know, but to me, he's never had a reason to ever drive down to St. Cloud. Like, ever. There's no store or anything he goes to down there. Everything is in Kissimmee or Orlando by the mall.
Florida Mall?
Yeah.
Orlando Mall?
Yeah, Florida. I sent the last detective 3 spots. I could have recalled him telling me he wanted to visit.
No, they ain't find her body yet.
Monday, when he left the house in the afternoon and got the flat tire, he had mentioned a few of those shops, so I sent them over to
Well, at this point, they got her body now, but this is before they found her body.
911, what's your emergency?
Please, I need you to help my mommy.
What's your name, sweet?
It's Mercedes. He's doing something bad to her.
Oh. I gotta see what that movie was. Damn, I flipped it too fast. Shit. Well, we still not knowing if she was pregnant or not, but the mother said that she was missing 2 pregnancy tests, but she never seen the results of them.
There's honestly nowhere I can think of.
But she had 2 in the cabinet.
The only wooded area.
Because mind you, Melanie had already had missed the period. So that's another thing. Why would you go out and get pregnancy tests? Because young lady missed her period. This is just, it's so upsetting.
that we've ever gone together would be Shingle Creek Regional Park, where the Pioneer Village is.
Okay.
That whole trail there, we had scooters, and he had like an electric skateboard kind of thing. We would all cruise the creek, explore. We've taken a canoe up that creek before. Then the Kissimmee Trail. There's a trail that runs right behind my house starts right behind my house and goes all the way to that bridge on John Young Parkway that says Kissimmee on it. That whole trail, we've done that as well. That's the only places I could think that like he may have gone, because that's where I know I've gone with him before. But anywhere else, I have no idea.
So our ERT team, it's called Emergency Response Team. It's just a group of people who search areas. Doesn't have to be wooded, can be wooded, can be swampy. They've been out for 3 days. They're gonna be out all weekend. They will eventually, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in 2026. Okay?
I want to see an autopsy though.
I don't think you want that to take too long. All right, I'm sure you'd like to have a funeral. I'm sure you'd like to have some kind of memorial service. The last thing you want is for us to call you in a year and say, hey, we found remains. We don't know. Okay? That may not be something you thought about till just now, but I can tell you, being someone who investigates homicide, that is something that everybody has to come think about eventually. If you can think of anything that would assist us in making that happen for you today versus 2 years from now, regardless of why you know or how you know, we need it.
No, I know. If I knew anything, I would tell you right now. I promise. I want her back so bad. I don't want to think about planning a funeral.
What has your communication been like with his father since this?
I've limited contact over the last 2 days because I know too much and I don't want to tell them anything.
You don't want to tell them what we've told you, or you don't want to tell them what you know?
No, I don't want to tell them what you guys have told me. I don't want to share any. It's so difficult because I've known
Fake
them
news.
as long as I've known stuff, and they feel like absolute shit right now. I know that they kind of got into a fight.
Fake crime. Oh, they got into a fight.
Are you sure we know our son? Are you sure we know our son? I don't think we know him at all. The mom was defending him, but now with everything, with the evidence on the phone coming out, they know. They know he's a piece of shit.
We've talked to his dad, and his dad knows as much as you know. He knows his son's a rapist. He knows his son's a murderer. He's talked to us. He's been very open with wanting to help in any way he can, whether that's technological, whether that's verbal.
Yeah, he even had, I was with him when he turned in his knife to you guys. He remembered he had a knife on him and gave it to you guys. I thought that was...
Have you talked to Chris about Stefan needing a lawyer?
Yeah.
When?
I think when you guys showed me the photos.
So we showed you photos of Stefan raping. And
No.
the first thought you had was to ask his father if he should get a lawyer?
No. I saw a picture. I didn't see the rape. I didn't know she was getting raped until yesterday.
Get the fuck out of here. Why are you lying?
I saw the picture of the oral sex happening.
Oh, sex. Wait a minute.
And I
This is getting sicker and sicker by the minute. So you saying the oral sex, he was giving her oral or your daughter was giving him oral? Which one, yo? What is going on? He just violated this young lady terribly. Terribly. She ain't got no reason doing no oral at no age of 13. Or getting oral done to her at no age of 13. This is really making me sick. I can't. I can't. This is ridiculous.
knew that was true, right? That's evidence. That's for real. That's fucking happening. But I kept thinking, they're going. I don't know why I can't tell you why my brain kept thinking, no, he didn't kill her. Not that he didn't kill her, but she's still missing. She's still out there. She was taken.
Oh no, yes. Not that he didn't kill her.
He's done this to her.
But she's still out there. She's
and
still
that's not okay. But I swore she was still. I felt in my body she was still alive. She was still out there. I told Chris to get him a lawyer because I felt like you guys were chasing the wrong person. But you weren't.
Thank you, bitch. I'm
the picture you saw, she was giving a blowjob to a grown-ass man and you told his dad to get him a lawyer. Missing, right? Now you, but then you just thought she was missing. And we were showing you our investigation.
She's lying. That's why she need to go.
Would you be interested in collecting 5
she need to go to
for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time from home? I'm on a mission.
Did y'all hear this? Did y'all hear what he just said? I'm going to bed. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, y'all.
What has your communication been like with his father since this?
I've limited contact over the last 2 days because I know too much and I don't want to tell them.
You don't want to tell them what we told you, or you don't want to tell them what you know?
No, I don't want to tell them what you guys have told me. I can't. I don't want to share any. It's so difficult because I've known them for just as long as I've known Stefan. They feel like absolute shit right now. I know that they kind of got into a fight because Chris started. Are you sure we know our son? Are you sure we know our son? I don't think we know him at all. The mom was defending him, but now with everything, with the evidence on the phone coming out, they know. They know he's a piece of shit.
We've talked to his dad. I mean, his dad knows as much as you know. He knows his son's a rapist. He knows his son's a murderer. He's talked to us. He's been very open with wanting to help in any way he can. Whether that's technological, whether that's verbal.
Yeah, he even had. I was with him when he turned in his knife to you guys. He remembered he had a knife on him and gave it to you guys. I thought that was.
Have you talked to Chris about Stefan needing a lawyer?
Yeah.
When?
I think when you guys showed me the photos.
So we showed you photos of Stefan raping. And
No.
the first thought you had is to ask his father if he should get a lawyer?
No. I saw a picture. I didn't see the rape. I didn't know she was getting raped until yesterday.
Bullshit.
I saw the
Bullshit.
picture of the oral sex happening. And I knew that was true, right? That's evidence.
We already know that's bullshit. You already admitted to him having sexual relations with your daughter. That's bullshit. Yeah. Bitch, someone looks at lock her ass up. You had a PSO around your daughter. Girl, your baby gone. All bets off. Man. Something wrong with this lady. I'm telling y'all something wrong with this bitch. Gotta be. But they need to lock her up. Like, what is taking long?
That's for real. That's fucking happening. But I kept thinking, they're going... I don't know why I can't tell you why my brain kept thinking, no, he didn't kill her. Not that he didn't kill her, but she's still missing. She's still out there. She was taken. Yes, he's done this to her, and that's not okay. But I swore she was still, I felt in my body she was still alive. She was still out there.
Bitch, you ain't even got a body. You got a vessel, bitch.
Chasing the wrong person. But you weren't. You're not.
We showed you a picture.
You the fucking devil.
The picture you saw, she was giving a blowjob to a grown-ass man and you told his dad to get him a lawyer. Missing, right? Now you... But then you just thought she was missing. And we were showing you our investigative lead being raped. A blowjob is rape. Not consensual. Whether she wants to do it or not, that is not consensual.
Dude, he said the blowjob was great.
Again, you prioritized him by offering him, telling his dad to get him a lawyer. Not, what the fuck did he do? Not, hey, we need to figure out what happened. No, let's protect Stefan.
I was in shock.
No, that's not shock. That is your natural instinct to protect Stefan.
Yeah.
Okay? And if that's exactly how you react, that's fine. But that goes into what I've been telling you this whole conversation is I don't believe a lot of the things you're saying, and I don't believe a lot of the things you say you aren't aware of. And that is because you've now shown me twice that your first reaction, no matter what you were told or shown, missing and we're seizing the cell phone, or we're showing you pictures of her giving him a blowjob, your first reaction is to protect Stefan. So now, murdered by Stefan, you're aware of this. You were shown pictures of this. You were shown pictures of her body in his car with a seatbelt on, right? We have played it out for you. Now you're in a stage where he's in jail. You know she's passed away, and now you can feel emotion, right? Until that point, when you were shown that she was deceased, your continued first reaction is to protect this guy.
Yeah.
You just said, I only saw a picture of him, whatever your verbiage was, I say blowjob, of his penis in her mouth.
What?
And your first reaction was, fuck.
Yeah!
Oh my.
Nah, this shit is not fucking, no, this shit is unacceptable. The bitch need to go to jail. She know this shit was going on from the whole motherfucking beginning. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. I don't care what she say, what he say, and this, that, and the third. Nigga, nah. My 13-year-old mouth on your pee-pee. Bitch, you must die. Probably, oh my God. Baby. Oh, Lord.
Victimized? No. She's being abused? No. It's Stefan needs a lawyer. Who the fuck cares if we think he killed her? He's...
I don't know why I said that.
But that's the problem. You don't know why. So the reaction in your mind is you are continuously protecting this guy. So why do I sit here and believe that you don't? Because right now, you know Stefan killed her. You know Stefan's been raping her. You know without her body, can he be charged with murder?
I don't know.
Exactly. So you don't know what we can do. Do I think we can charge him with murder?
Yeah.
It's not up to me. Should he be charged with murder?
Yes.
Please.
Does your role in her life lead this to happen? I'll be honest. Yes.
I know.
Since she was a child, since her victimization started, it occurred under your roof and you acted like it didn't exist. And knowing the victimization, knowing how ongoing it is, knowing
But you knew.
saw a picture of it. Not just us telling you, not me and him saying, hey, listen, he's being... I think they had a bad relationship. They showed you a fucking picture of it. And you still protected him. So how am I supposed to not think that the thought process in your mind is until she's found, Stefan can't be charged with murder? Because we both now know that you don't want him to be charged with murder because you want him to have a lawyer.
No, I don't. That
Part
was
of the blowjob.
That was
oh,
then.
He can't be charged with murder.
That was then. Everything that you guys have shown me since then and have shown me that he's
so we had to
lying
show
this
you a
whole
picture
time.
of her dead in a car for you to finally not take his side? Enough?
Friday,
Do you not see where I'm coming from? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it makes absolutely no sense that your name is Stefan.
I don't know.
Where does your mind go? Stefan. There should have been no doubt in your mind when they showed you that picture of what he was doing to you, that you had any care in the world other than I want that motherfucker to die. Whether you believe in the death penalty or not, he protected him. So now we're talking about her disappearance and where her body is. Why do I believe that you're still not protecting him? Because you say so? Because you can't explain why you
Yes, she
you can't
did.
explain
Yes,
what
she
is
did.
inside of you that makes you protect Stefan. And you may never be able to explain it. But eventually we're going to have to figure it out because you haven't convinced me that you're still not protecting Stefan. I got all these people out here searching. I haven't seen my own kid in days because I'm looking. I truthfully believe that I can't go home and see my kid is because you're protecting. I can't go your people sitting in the woods just waiting for me to tell them where to go, but I can't because I think you're.
This is why I
She
stopped
a
shopping on
smut
Amazon,
bucket.
and you should too.
Somebody need to let her know she a smut. Whole
Don't
bucket.
spend another dime
she
on
shouldn't
Amazon.
even deserve to even breathe right now.
In trouble.
I don't care about him. I want him to go to jail. I want the worst thing possible to happen to him in jail. I know what happens to predators in jail. Like, I'm ready for that. Like, please. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm not protecting him.
But you knew he was a predator when you got shown the picture. And then you text his dad that he needs a lawyer and you hope that he invoked, was the words I was told.
What?
You hope that he didn't talk to us. He needs a lawyer.
No.
All over a picture. You didn't care. You didn't care then. Oh, whether sex isn't important to you, that wasn't anything close.
I knew what I saw was
He was
terrible.
a predator right then and there. That's the day you found out he was a predator.
Yeah.
Yes. And after you found out he was a predator, did you not say he needed a lawyer?
I did.
So why today, Friday at almost 3 o'clock, 5 days into the disappearance, 2 days since you probably found out, or 1 day since you found out she was murdered, do I believe you that you're not telling me where he went, or that he didn't disclose to you where she was, or what caused this to happen is, listen, I know you know I've been doing whatever, or listen, this fucking happened. How do I believe that that didn't happen when everything you've shown me is protect Stefan? Now, once have you shown priority in this conversation, in this investigation? You're coming here looking for her. You reported her missing. Trouble for not doing that. But outside of you reporting her missing, and I may be wrong, I haven't been involved in all aspects of it, but you have not shown me one bit that you prioritize her over him. And that sucks.
Right. as a mother.
Not because we're working our asses off for your family, not because we have people out there sweating their asses off for your family, but because I feel like all I care about is your care is to make sure step.
Man, she pissed me the fuck off. I didn't know all of that happened. He had his penny pea in his mouth, in her daughter's mouth at 13 years old, and this bitch sitting up here acting like everything all cool and all of this shit, and this, that, and the third, and you want to protect this nigga. Fuck that nigga. At the end of the day, fuck him and fuck her too. That's just how the fuck I feel right now. But yeah, tomorrow we gonna come back with the rest, part 3, because I got to go. You feel what I'm saying? I can't even do it no more. But I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe if you already haven't subscribed. Make sure y'all come back tomorrow and hear the rest, because I don't know, because that was surprising to me. I didn't even know that he took pictures of the young girl having given him some oral. And y'all know that that is so disrespectful. First of all, why would you record something like that? So, bitch said, I don't know how you pick your topics, but baby, you always deliver. I be trying. Thank you, love. What trash? Shame on her. Man, it's sad that I'm glad I ain't have a mother like her. I mean, my mother did some fucked up shit. And I've been in some situations like that, but I don't want to think that she sold me. I definitely don't. Because I have another type of energy right now. You feel what I'm saying? Shit happens sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? It can be your family members. It can be motherfucking people, best friends, or people that be all up in your house, staying with you and all of this stuff, and you just a young child. But for her to know, she knew what was going on and didn't even give no fucks. And that's the fucked up part about it. Because you knew what was going on. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, you tried to stop it and anything. You invited that energy. And I'm going to try to find out tomorrow. I'm going to try to look up the autopsy of the baby girl. And I want to see if she was pregnant or not. I'm going to see if I can Google it or however I can do it or whatever. But I need to find out some more information about the autopsy of the young lady, Melanie, to basically see if she was pregnant or not. But I'm guessing, and I'm going on that one, that she must, wind up getting, allegedly pregnant. That's just my opinion. And then when all of that was like known, because the mother already said early in the last one that she stopped taking her Mexipads, and she was wondering why. But instead of being a mother, you didn't even ask her, you didn't take her to the clinic, you didn't do none of that, but you bought pregnancy tests. So you had an idea what was going on too. That's why she need to go down too. You might don't have to give her murder. I'm not saying that they have to give her the unalivement of the young girl, because we all know, I feel as though she didn't play a part in that. But at the end of the day, this is like child endangerment. You put your child in danger. You basically welcome a predator to your baby body. That's just how I'm gonna put it. And he essayed her and did what he did to her and did what he did with you, and that's just what it was. And you was cool with that. Who'd be cool with that? Like you say, I was cool. I was fine with that part. But when the unalivement came, you not fine with it. But then even still with the unalivement, you still wanted to help this nigga get a lawyer. Come on. Make it make sense. For years. For years. Yes. That shit ain't cool, man. That shit ain't cool, man. Something definitely gotta happen with this mother. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep on. You know what I mean? Tomorrow I'm gonna play the rest of it. You know, I hope I don't get no surprises like I did today, because I ain't never watch it all the way through. You know, and that was crazy. I ain't even I had kids at a young age. I ain't never had a ding ding in my mouth till I was about 20. I ain't did this sucking ding ding really wasn't like popular. That's crazy. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But I love y'all. Like I said, once again, you know what I'm saying? Replay game. Make sure y'all hit the like, comment, subscribe if y'all already haven't. Thank you so much. Thank you to my babies for coming through. Bitch stole my look. And my motherfucker sweat code. Everybody in the bushland. Thank you. Love y'all. I'm getting up out of here. Love you, bitch stole my look.